y'all, listen. You're never gonna be good enough for the wrong person. We have to listen at God. When God steps in and removes us from certain situations, stop going back putting yourself in the situation. He's trying to protect you. We'll pray and say, God, help us, and ask for direction. And then when we are removed from a situation, we go right back. It's like we don't trust God. It's like, what are we praying for? We're not going to get the answer that we always want, and we have to accept the answer. Sometime when God removes us, it might not be permanent. It might not. Just maybe, say He removed you out of a relationship. Maybe you need to heal. That person needs to heal. Maybe you can come together later, and maybe not. That's between you and God and that person. But I strongly advise you to watch that person's actions. Watch them when they don't even know, when they don't even know you're watching them. Watch them, and then make your decision. Don't just take their word for it, because their actions show you who they are, and it's your job to believe what you see. You can't keep asking God for help and then turning back around and going back to the same thing. You can't do that. Now, granted, people change now. I am in no way who I used to be back in the day. I wouldn't say I was a bad person, but hey, I was a lot of stuff. One thing I wasn't, I ain't never been with nobody's husband. I pride myself for that. But I was, I did a lot of stuff. I was a high school dropout. Sure was. Hard headed, sassy. I was all that. I wasn't as disrespectful as these kids are these days. These kids, some of these kids take it to a different level, make you want to slap. They just take it to a different level. They'll have you with a charge. They really will. Um, but guess what? You're not perfect. Admit that to yourself. You're not perfect, and God forgive you every day. So if it's somebody out there you want to forgive them. But you better be make doggone sure you have been to God, and God has told you. For me, some people that might need forgiving or want to be forgiven or whatever, it can take Jesus that He has to come sit on my bed and talk to me, in there on that couch. You got to do something. I'm for real. I'm 52. I'm too old to be making the same mistake over and over again. You are too. I don't care if you only 20 years old. You doggone too old to be making the same mistake twice, 3 or 4 times. What you doing? What are you really doing? Um, Forgive those who deserve to be forgiven or who really want to be forgiven. And just because you forgive don't mean you go back. Like I say, it's between you and God. I can't run your life. Half the time, sometimes I feel like I can't even run my own. So do what you see fit for you, and just know that you aren't perfect. That person is not perfect. Your kids are not perfect. They're gonna make their own mistakes. We gotta give them a chance to um make their mistakes. They have to grow up. You gotta be there for them. You got to. You don't be a fool now. Don't let them be disrespecting you and talking to you at the side of their mouth. Don't do that. Don't do none of that. None of it. But stop walking around here holding grudges. Stop staying up half of the night wondering what you did wrong with these kids, because half the time it's nothing. Um, Stop laying up all night wondering what you did wrong in a fair relationship or marriage. Don't do that. Don't do that. I wish I could make people stop holding stuff in and talk. I'm a talker. I'm gonna get to the bottom of stuff. Now, no, you're not gonna always have closure. Sometimes your closure is that door that's shut behind them, and sometimes sometimes you gotta leave it closed. You just gotta leave it closed. And with the kids, it's scripture in the Bible that say, "Train up a child in the way it shall go, and even if it departs, it will return." So you do that. You close your eyes and you go to sleep, and you be encouraged. because it's going to be okay. I love you and good night.